Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, be my first subscriber. Subscribe below, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video, and welcome back if you've seen any of my other videos. I'm Kathryn. I have a 3-year-old daughter, so I'm a mum and I want to homeschool one day. And I've also started this carnivore journey, and it's 20 days today. 20 days today. Can you believe it? I never thought. I'm sitting in the car, as you can see. I don't usually have access to a car, but today I did. And not only is it 20 days today that I've been doing carnivore, go see some other videos to see that journey, but it's also today is the first day in 3.5 years since I've been to the cinema, the movies. So that was a big day. And it was really good that the film that brought me back to the cinema was a really worthwhile one and very important. And it's called The Sound of Freedom. And it's based on a true story about a man called Tim Ballard, and about child sex trafficking, and about his rescue missions, and one of them in particular where he rescued, a lot of children, but in particular we follow the story of a little boy and a little girl who are brothers and sisters. It was a really hard and tough movie to watch. It was, and some people can find it sad. For me, I went to anger. I think that's my defense for sadness, is when the sadness starts, I get angry to protect myself from the sadness. I was just like really angry at the men and what they were doing. And of course this happens in America every day and all over different parts of the world. And apparently America is the biggest destination for child sex trafficking, which is just lovely because that's where I live. Which I love America. We've just had 4th of July. I love America. I'm Scottish and I'm always going to cry actually. And I do believe this is the last country. If this one goes falling, then we have no chance. So it's not perfect. There's a lot of evil out there. Let's shine a light on it. And that's what this movie does. And well done to the filmmakers and to the actors and to everyone who was involved. So again, that was my first time going to the cinema in 3.5 years. And that was a hard movie to watch. But what was good was with all that darkness, the light of the human spirit and the light of just how strong how strong human spirit is. It will never, ever, ever, ever be, squashed. Never, never. Light is stronger than dark, and the love in our hearts and good people and light and good will always conquer evil. So let's hope the people who do bad things to children get what they deserve, legally and spiritually, from God above. So please go and see it. It's called The Sound of Freedom. You can also pay it forward and buy some tickets for people online just to help fund the operation that helps to rescue these children. So I want to talk about today also, I've started this YouTube channel not that long ago, and I'm healing from a narcissistic, abusive marriage. Me and my 3-year-old daughter live together, just us two, which is, wow, the same workload, just minus the abuse. Still have to, interact at times. So there's still some abuse, but to have your freedom in your own home, to feel safe, to feel just free in your home is, it's priceless. And I started this YouTube channel to document my journey. I do have the fear of being vulnerable and sharing, so therefore this is challenging for me. This is not easy. But I'm, you know, the biggest thing that happens after this abuse is that you want to hide away. And so I thought, let's do the opposite of that, because I'm not going to let this abuse win and the effects of it. I'm going to reclaim my health, which was right, you can watch other videos about that, and I'm going to get strong in every way. Speaking of which, I started the Carnivore 20 days today, and that's helping me to be strong. It's reducing the inflammation. It's helping me to get clearer in my mind as well, more connected to what's already inside of me, not something new, but to what's already inside of me from God. I have to say that just so you know, I'm not talking about some wishy-washy thing. I believe in God, so when I say my connection, intuition, creativity, it comes from God. I can't take credit for it. So it's already there, but you can hear it clearly, more clearly, when you're not on the foods that kind of numb that up and numb it out. So I've been very much in touch with my instincts. And you know, I've been talking to God and asking him, what do you want to share? Because I feel like it came from him as well. What do you want me to share on YouTube? You know, you want me to do this, and I feel awkward, and I feel scared, and I feel I don't want to go to places and, you know, talk about things that are hurtful and sad, and even though I consume YouTube so much because I'm a lifelong learner and it's like university for me, I watch experts in their field, you know, talking about things, and I learn so much: psychology, neuroscience, health, fitness, and you know, I love it. I love it. But I want to be a contributor as well, not just a consumer. I want to add value as well. And so part of that has been thinking, how do I want my YouTube channel to, what do I want to offer up? What do I want to share? You know, I could go down the route of just showing what I'm wearing that day and showing you what I'm eating. And I'm doing a bit of that because I'm doing the Carnivore, so it's good to show a bit of that journey. But those on Carnivore, listen up. It's more than that. You're not here so that you can do Carnivore and then talk about Carnivore all the time and then have your life all about Carnivore. That is so down on the bottom, the foundation of things that we're here to do. If you think about, and I'll do another video just on the hierarchy of needs, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Yes, health is important. We can't fulfill our destiny and, you know, become all that we're created to be if we're feeling lousy and no energy and inflamed. But let me move this chair. But we're here for more than that. So yes, when you're eating better, you're feeling better, inflammation's going down. And see these rings? This is one of my goals, to get them off my finger. To get them off my finger without having to cut them off. When the inflammation will go down. And then obviously, as my health is getting better, my body's feeling safer. It's already getting a lot looser. Like, it can spin round, but it can't get past my knuckle. So that's one of the silly little goals I have, to get that off my finger. But I have a lot of other goals, and I can talk about that later too. But let's talk about, we're not on the Carnivore journey to be on the Carnivore journey so we can talk about Carnivore. It's not the be all and end all. My goal is to heal, and I'm going to want a lot more variety than just beef, bacon, eggs and butter. I can tell you that right now. I eat chicken and fish right now anyway. But I'm going to want some mushrooms because I know I don't react to them. I'm going to want some avocado. I don't react to them. But I'm holding off on it just now. But it's not, you're not to be dogmatic for the sake of it. You are to stay away from things that cause you damage and inflammation. But if things don't cause you damage and inflammation, then you can have them. This is not some weird cult, and I won't be a part of that. But what I want to talk to you today about is really about, let the carnivore journey be a launch pad for giving you the energy, the clarity of mind to become all that you were meant to be. Now, maybe I do some YouTube channels where I show you what makeup I use and what I'm wearing. I'm a girly girl, I'm feminine, I love all that stuff. It's fun, it's fun. There's a whole lot more depth to me than that. And I feel that some people on YouTube will bite their tongue on the matters that, topics that are so important, and they have like a following, and that they're scared of losing it, scared of losing the money, when really they could be using that platform to help speak out against sex, child trafficking, abortion, speaking out about abortion, which is really, people can use that word and really not really think about what it is. The killing of babies, newborn babies, and even the babies inside the womb. To speak out against open borders, which is increasing the likelihood of children being at risk. If you watch The Sound of Movie, and if you listen to Tim Ballard, he tells you that. To talk out about pornography and the evil that is, because Tim Ballard also says that increases the likelihood of pedophiles and children being trafficked. To talk out about how our values are not being upheld by people in power. To speak out about women not getting the right to have that trophy in their hand after they've done their swimming or ran on the track. To be speaking out about women being violated in the changing rooms. Not having the privacy. I mean, if I was at school, thinking back, if I had to be in there changing with the other girls and knowing that any minute a boy could walk through and just get naked and see me getting changed. And I'm going to do a whole video on why I'm homeschooling, and there's so many reasons. So I don't want to be just coming on, smiling. I can do that. I can play that role. I can play that role like many people on YouTube, many people on any platform, and just talk about the superficial things, which is okay. I'm a woman. I like frivolous things. I like talking about outfits and makeup and where did you get that dress. I'm down for that. But there's more to me than that. And I've got a fire in my belly and a fire in my heart. And I always have. And that comes from God. And I don't know what I can do to help these children. I went to the movie. I'm donating. I'll tell people to go to the movie. But I can keep showing up on YouTube, even though it feels hard. And who cares about what I feel? Who cares about my feelings? Who cares about me feeling awkward, me feeling scared to be vulnerable? Who cares? I watch so many people on YouTube, even people who will, spend the day with me, and you see them getting up pouring ice cubes in their glass and coffee. I don't even drink coffee, and I watch that. So I need to just stop the doubts of who's going to want to watch me and hear what I have to say. Well, maybe there are people who want to watch me and hear what I have to say. And through this narcissistic abuse, I have to force myself, almost like a loving parent having to force their kid to go out there in the world. I have to force myself against the inclination from the narcissistic abuse to hide away and to keep my mouth shut and to just hide away because I've been dismissed so much and told that basically even without words, you don't matter and who's going to want to hear what you say. And the devaluing that happens. I'm here for more than just coming on and smiling and showing you fun, fluffy things, okay? I don't know how quite, you know, I've not studied theology, I've not studied politics, I've not been to learn how to debate properly and speak. I'm not the most articulate person. I have an accent as well, and some people don't even understand me. I just went to the drive-through, which is a new thing for me because I never went to fast food places for well over close to 2 decades, and got some burger patties. And what was the point of that? There was a reason I was going to say that. I can't remember. But there's a reason why I'm here, and even if I don't quite know how I am going to play a part in all of this, being not the most articulate, and you know, I watch people like Dr. Jordan Peterson, and wow, what a hero. He speaks out against all the bad things that are going on. I love the Daily Wire. And I love people who speak out about the lunacy that's going on in the world. And again, I will be making some videos about me going back to my Catholic faith. And I'm not going to be able to teach on that because, again, I haven't studied theology. I can just tell you my journey. But it's making me think, can you be a Catholic and be pro-killing of babies? You know, they call it abortion. Can you? Can you be a Catholic and be for that? Not in my opinion. Can you be a Catholic and be for the literal lunacy and abuse, senior citizens abuse of the man that's in the White House? That's abuse to have him in here. He's his cognition isn't there. He's a Catholic. He's for killing babies. Can you? Can you really? No. Protect the most vulnerable. Babies, children. You stop doing that. I don't know if it's a world I want to live in. You must protect innocent babies, children. And, you know, I also watch Dr. Taylor Marshall. And he stands for to me it's common sense values. Common sense values, you know, if you're dealing with someone who's saying, apart from they're really young, because the really young are being brainwashed, and so I feel sorry for them, I pray for them. They're being brainwashed, especially if they're in the public school system. But you can see how they use words to trick people. Pro-choice. Doesn't that sound wonderful? I want choice. I'm a woman. I want to have choice. Now I'm sorry. You can't use a cute little phrase to tidy up and put something ugly and horrendous and tie a little bow on it and call it pro-choice. Killing babies, that's not a choice. That's not your choice. You don't get to choose who lives and who doesn't. Your choice is when you did the act with the man. That's your choice. And there are people who are raped in horrible cases. That's a small minority. But for the most part, people who are doing it's a lifestyle choice. Oh, you know, this wasn't part of my plans. I wanted to, you know, get on in my career. I wasn't wanting to have children so soon. Oh, well, you don't really know the game you're playing of life. You get in the car. You're saying, yes, I understand that there's a risk involved. You go and do the act with another man or with a man. Then what you're saying and what you should know is it comes with consequences, whether you want them or whether you don't. It should be common sense, but I guess some people are just either psychopathic and so have no empathy. That's probably a less percentage. Then there's going to be a lot of people who are ignorant and have been brainwashed and hoodwinked with the words, because their marketing and propaganda is so clever to call it pro-choice and to call it healthcare. How dare you deprive these women of healthcare? Really? Again, being sneaky and deceitful and cunning with your words. That's not healthcare. So, for people to not know how wrong that is, and then to call it a clump of cells. And there was a young, she's a woman, she's 19, let's not call her a girl, because I think that's what America does. It's something America does, is to baby their kids for too long. She's a woman, 19 years old, and she basically went to the hospital complaining that she had backache, but she knew she was pregnant, and she basically went to the toilet in secret, didn't let the people in, gave birth to the baby, and then killed it and put it in the trash. And I'm saying, is she evil, or is she just a victim of this lunatic society that's going around, which is devaluing life? Life doesn't matter. Is she listening to all the BS of, it's not a life, it's just a clump of cells, and then she committed to that idea, and so that when she gave birth she just had committed to, it's just a clump of cells, and I have a right, my body, my choice. Well, what happened to that 3 years ago? My body, my choice. What happened then? What happened then? My body, my choice. Hypocrites, a lot of them. What happened then? What happened? So my body, my choice. I guess there's rules already in some states that they're going to be able to kill it when it's out the womb for days. Yeah, that's the world we live in. So, are you still going to continue going on YouTube? Just talking about the mundane? Because once you get your health in order, keep talking about carnivore so you can help others. But then what are you going to use it for? To show what kind of mascara you've got on? What dress you've got on? I might do things like that as well because it's fun. But you better believe I'm going to talk about harder stuff than that. Because I only have one life. And I'm more substantial than just that. That's the fun, frivolous stuff. But what really matters to you? You're bringing your children up in this world. I've got a daughter. What world am I leaving her to? Can I say that I did my part to help? Not care about what other people think. I've never cared about that anyway. But to not care what other people think and to care more about doing your part to speak out about things that are wrong. And then people ask, oh, when's she going to school? She's only 3, but she's really tall. So she's looked like a 4-year-old for a long time. And I'm like, she's getting homeschooled. It was never a dream of mine. Do you think I've got a dream, a burning passion to be homeschool mum? No, I grew up in Scotland, so I didn't have that on my mind. I'll do a video on that, just alone on that. There's too many reasons for me not to send her. Too many reasons. I mean, speaking about carnivore, it would be just the food alone, but that's just a small part of it. I need to protect her mind. I have to protect her innocence. So I am glad that I've found carnivore, reducing my inflammation, less brain fog, connecting to all the wonderful faculties that God has given me, and I'm fired up. I am not the most articulate. I haven't got training in public speaking or, again, politics or theology. I'm really impressed with the speakers on the Daily Wire, like Michael Knowles and Candace Owens, and what's the other one with the glasses? Write it down in the comments below if you remember his name. They're so articulate. And Dr. Jordan Peterson, he's so articulate. I only wish I could be so articulate so I could help do my part as effectively. But I guess I'll keep coming on YouTube and keep talking. Will I even have a channel if I keep talking about these things? Who knows? Who knows? I hope if you're watching that you are enjoying the video, things resonate. If you don't agree with things, write it down in the comment as well. No censorship here unless YouTube censors you. Keep it nice, don't be hateful to anyone, especially not me. Thank you for listening. My name's Kathryn again, and if you're interested in homeschooling, which I'll be doing as my daughter gets older, although she does her own little educational stuff, she loves it, she loves to learn, she just loves being a student. And then the carnivore journey, and then my healing journey from the abusive relationship that almost took me out, but it didn't. And I'm going to really reclaim my health and find a way to use whatever gifts God gave me, whatever abilities I have, to use it for good. So it'll be a journey, who knows? Maybe I can look back at this video in a few years and go, I'm glad I showed up. I'm glad I did my part. Much love to you. I know that was a very fiery, from my heart video, but don't you want to know the real me? You don't want to just have a pretend me like a lot of people on YouTube. You want to know the real me? So I love God, I love America, I love freedom, I love Scotland, obviously I'm Scottish. I love family, I love just normal values. It makes sense, common sense. So comment down below, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with anything? Anything? One thing I said? Do you disagree with anything I said? Let me hear from you, and subscribe. I don't think I have any subscribers. And I'll see you next time.